Okay, anyway, folks. Folks in the studio graciously accepted my apology, and I hope you folks at home, in a spirit of goodwill. No way to listen to this and then have to go to bed after a piece of material like that. Anyway, picking up our pace here in our bombastic review. Joan Embery's been coming on this show for many, many years, and it's always fascinating. She's from the San Diego Zoo and Wild Animal Park. Joan Embery. Joan? Whenever you walk out with a reptile, in this instance a snake, you always hear this kind of ooh from the audience.
This one's really harmless.
Oh, I see the difference.
This is one of our most unusual creatures right now at the San Diego Zoo in our reptile house. It's drawing raves because it has 2 heads.
Look at this.
And you know,
that is the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Its name is Thelma and Louise.
It has 2 heads, 2 eyes on each head.
It's a female.
Each has a separate tongue?
Right, 2 tongues. And they use their tongues for smelling. You want to hold her?
Well, it's not poisonous, is it?
No.
Oh,
they use their tongues for smelling, and some people think, well, that's dangerous. No, they're just smelling. They use their teeth for capturing their prey.
Right.
And they do have nice, sharp, small teeth, and they eat rodents. And this one's called a corn snake.
A corn snake.
And corn snakes are called that because they're found in fields. It's found in eastern
They're strong,
United
aren't they?
States.
I can feel
Very
it.
strong. Snakes have up to 500 vertebrae, and humans only about,
Can you
what,
see the 2 heads there?
Now, the right head is dominant, and she's the one that eats most of the time. Now, we don't think they'd probably live long in the wild. We've had 3 previous ones. In fact, our very first show with you, we brought on a what we call Dudley duplex, which is a California king snake. It's an incomplete process of twinning. So this snake hatched from an egg, and the twinning process didn't completely separate 2 animals. So it has 2 heads but 1 body, and it's doing well in captivity. Could probably live 10 years or longer.
But only one of the head eats?
Only one tends to eat. The other one has eaten occasionally, but generally the right head is dominant. In the wild, that would be difficult because the snakes would compete for food, so they wouldn't be a very effective hunter.
That's a strange
if they were going opposite directions.
People think snakes are slimy. They're not. They're very clean, aren't they?
They are very clean.
Yeah.
You know, when people see this snake and they go home and then they think about it and they think, well, maybe I really didn't see that. And they write us back and say, did I really see a 2-headed snake? My friends say I'm crazy.
Believe
it. Yes, you did.
Or not. Okay. Take the 2-headed snake back. You ever seen a 2-headed snake? Well, yes, you have. All righty. We got it.
Now, you know, we have been doing quite a bit of captive breeding, and about 90% of the animals in our collections now are bred in captivity. So we're going to show you a couple of the latest. I'm looking at the bands because I have 2 different age birds here. These are what we call boat-billed herons.
Hello.
And herons are fascinating birds. They live along river courses. And this one's unusual because most herons have very skinny, slender beaks because they... Here, we'll feed them. They spear fish with them. But this one doesn't have a long dagger-like beak. Those are pinky mice.
Do I just hold it up?
Yeah, if you just hold it up, hopefully it'll see it. Whoop, nope, we're not going. Whoop. Here we go.
What is it they're eating here?
Those are small, what we call pinky mice, not haired out yet. Did you see these?
These are little teeny...
Well, see, they're small birds, so they need small food. And in the wild, they would eat all types of crustaceans and things. Now, those have been soaked in vitamins, so hopefully these birds...
Why doesn't she's not hungry?
Well, sometimes, let me see here. See, they're kind of a wading bird. And these are called boat-billed because they have such a... Sometimes if we might shake it up like this.
Everything's going just according to schedule tonight. First the parakeet, now the herons.
Here. Well,
okay.
They're not going to eat tonight, but now...
Can you take that little...
When they're babies, we feed them, and the way you feed them if you're a parent bird is they beg, and then you regurgitate. the parent would regurgitate what they've collected. So that's what they eat. It's semi-digested, and that way it's easy for them until they're old enough to fend for themselves. See their wide feet for walking
these
in
birds
aquatic.
are native to this country?
South America. And it's the first time we've raised this type of heron in captivity.
All righty.
Very rare and endangered.
Good.
Okay.
This will be known as our bird night. This will go in the annals as the bird night on the Tonight Show. Starting with the parakeet and moving along to the... Oh, me. Little birdie did something. Surprise, surprise. Even the birds are against us tonight. Oh, I hear a lot of O's and Ahs. Oh, boy. The hell is that? I was going to say a tapir.
You're right. This is a tapir. And this one's extremely rare. There's only 10 in captivity.
T-A-P-I-R?
T-A-P-I-R. And this is an animal that normally is found in tropical areas where it's very warm and often humid with dense vegetation, close to water because they're very good swimmers. And this is the only one that has this heavy coat. And it's got a coat like that because this one's found in the mountainous region of Andes in Colombia and Ecuador. And they're extremely rare because we're losing a lot of the habitat to agriculture.
What would be this evolved from? Is it like a pig family?
No, they're not. They're actually closely related to horses and rhinos, what we call odd-toed hooved animals.
Yeah.
And so this particular one, you can see that the toes in the front has a hoof, which allows it to run very quickly through very dense brush, has a torpedo-like body. Yeah. Its name is Sandia, which in South America means watermelon, because that's just
what it looks like. It must be young. You're still bottle feeding this?
It's 6 months old,
I see.
and it's ready to be reintroduced, and we're giving it milk to keep it quiet, because with over a 100-pound animal that looks like a torpedo running through the jungle, we want to keep it happy.
Oh, is this part of its food?
They eat all types of vegetation, like horses and rhinos. They're grazers and browsers. We have banana. We have apple. Do you want some banana? This one's very calm. And we have 3 at the zoo, extremely rare.
A tapir.
We're finding
from the Andes.
From the Andes, and we're finding that some of the rarest animals we may only see in captivity. So we're trying to learn how to control their numbers.
What's the name?
His name is Sandia.
Sandia. Okay, we're gonna have to take a break here, do the commercial, and then we have to change.
We're gonna bring you back.
We have to change some clothes
in special uniform for our next guest.
For some reason, okay. Okay, Joan. I don't know why I'm dressed this way.
Dr. Carson, this is Muppet. And Muppet is a young primate in our nursery. And primates are very much like human beings, so they can contract any diseases or viruses from us. And when they're very young, particularly, we have to be careful. So we have outfitted you. And if you were to visit our nursery, this is how you would have to be attired, or one of our primate areas. And we know that these animals are very healthy, so so we want to be sure that they don't
Look at that face.
Yeah, that's Muppet. If you talk to her, I'll go get her friend, and here's her bottle. But sometimes if you talk to her, she's just learning to vocalize.
Hi, Muffin. How are you? How are you?
Yeah.
Did you see the early part of the show?
Do you talk for us? Oh, you're going to talk. Okay, this is Fudge. Fudge is a spider monkey, and they're really quite different. Because this one's a lesser ape, has no tail, and can literally fly through the trees up to 180 feet up in the upper canopy of the forests of Southeast Asia.
He's very young, isn't he?
She's about 5 months. This one's 9 months, and both of them, living high up in the trees, would have to cling to the female to survive, because the female is literally leaping from tree to tree up to 50 feet. And so if they don't hang on, they're in serious trouble. And they have special hands that they use like hooks for grasping branches, just like a hook, and they go arm over arm from one tree to another. Now, this is a monkey.
Yeah.
This is the New World monkey that has a prehensile tail, and it can grasp with the tail, whereas this one does not. It's a lesser age.
I see. Okay.
Both of them are, this one's about 9 months and wouldn't be independent for at least a year. She'd still be riding with her female, with her mother through the trees, and they're found in social groups.
Okay.
And these are their mother, their surrogate mothers.
Can I
hang
give welcome to you?
Muppet. Come here, girl.
Okay.
She
I know,
likes
it's
you.
not easy to let go.
Good girl.
I know.
She says, well, you want to come with me? Come on, Muppet. Your sister's here.
I know.
Okay.
He left a little gift too. Well, a souvenir night from the animals. The way things are going in the show, I may do that before the show is over. Oh, my goodness.
This is Speedy. Now, he's not a baby. He's a full-grown serval cat from Africa, and we're going to give him some reward for coming out and showing you what a beautiful, magnificent cat they are. Now, he really won't hurt you. He's hissing to let everybody know here in a strange environment that he's pretty tough. But if that's not for you, you're not a baby anymore. Yeah. So we'll show you that he does understand a couple behaviors.
All right.
We'll see if he can sit. We use him for our educational program, so it's helpful to have him. Now we're going to have him turn around.
Why is he snapping that way?
Because he's hungry and we're giving him his dinner right now.
Uh-huh. Oh. Well, give him his dinner.
And
Are they dangerous?
well, you know, this is a bird that could a cat that could swat birds right out of midair. They jump about 12 feet, and they're found in the savannah, so they leap up and swat birds out of midair. Very fast, very agile, sharp paws, sharp teeth, and he has all of those.
And what do you call that?
And he's a serval.
Serval cat.
They're a small cat. They're similar to a cheetah in the habitat that they have. Let's see if you'll sit up. Will you sit up for us? Sit up. We'll show you a little bit of his jumping abilities. We'll have him come over here to this pedestal. Seat.
Oh, heaven.
And then back again. Seat. You know, and I think the interesting thing that you see here is that we show babies frequently.
Right.
And not all of these animals, they don't stay tame. They're wild animals. They'll always be a wild animal. He's very tolerant. He's accepting of you and me, but he'll still be a wild animal.
Well, that's beautiful. Thank you, Joan, as usual. Fascinating. And we'll be right back. Here we are.